Buenos días y bienvenidos a todos. Good morning and welcome, everyone. Welcome to a community dedicated to providing spiritual tools for living a happy and full life. My name is Karina Shear, and I am the spiritual director and founding minister here at the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta. If you would like to join us for the live Zoom meeting, please contact me for the link and the password, or check our website, www.cslpv.org, on the weekly talk section. That's where you'll find the link as well. Today is Sunday, August 25th, 2024, and we are continuing our annual theme, A Grand Rising, and our monthly theme, Unstatus Quo. The topic for today is the truth about wholeness and disability. So at this time, I'd like to once again welcome everyone, including those that are new to our teaching and to our center here in Puerto Vallarta. Whether you are here on the live Zoom call or watching the replay at a later time, we teach a philosophy that honors all faiths, all paths, all traditions. So no matter what path you are on, please know that it is the right one for you and that everyone is welcome here. We value each and every one of you. Here we teach a philosophy called the science of mind. It's a teaching based on new thought and ancient wisdom. We offer spiritual tools and principles to promote personal growth, and we honor diversity in all aspects so that we can see and appreciate the great oneness that already exists everywhere and within everyone. When Dr. Ernest Holmes first founded this teaching of the science of mind, he had studied both Eastern and Western spiritual texts in order to create the science of mind, which focuses on the individual use of thoughts and this powerful thing called the mind. When asked to provide a concise definition of the science of mind teaching, he had replied that it is a correlation of laws of science, opinions of philosophy, and revelations of religion applied to human needs and aspirations. Each week, we offer a service with an inspirational message, and we will be meeting in person Sundays at noon at Cafe La Ventana. However, this is subject to the weather conditions. If it is too hot or raining, we will not be able to attend at that location, as we would most likely be outside and it would be uncomfortable. If you are in the area on Sunday and want to join us for a Sunday celebration, then please contact me and we can arrange alternate arrangements if so required. So together now, as we do each week, let's review our purpose, vision, and mission statements. We have a grand purpose here each week, and that is to awaken and celebrate diversity and to love and serve our community. We do this by means of our vision, creating the life you desire. And this is supported by our mission to provide spiritual tools for personal growth and transformation. And more on these can be found on our website under their own subheading. So today, let's discover the truth about disability and wholeness, a topic that's often overlooked in spiritual communities. So join us as we delve into the divine blueprint of every body, transcending our idea of physical and mental perfection. According to the science of mind, every person is an individualization of the one spirit, regardless of physical or mental abilities. Wholeness is not determined by physical condition, but instead by recognizing the inherent spiritual essence that is within each individual. Disabilities and differences are understood as unique expressions of the one spirit. And physical or mental conditions don't limit a person's worth or their spiritual potential. Embracing this perspective fosters inclusivity, values the contribution of every individual, and also challenges societal forms. Eric Butterworth wrote this: "You are a perfect idea in infinite mind. You are whole now. This wholeness is the only way the universe knows you." So Ernest Holmes reminded us that we believe in the individualization of the spirit in us, and that all people are individualizations of the one spirit. This is the truth of all life and every person, not just some people or those that were born into or maintain bodies that we deem as perfect. According to principle, disability is understood as a unique expression of the one spirit. And Ernest Holmes' teachings emphasize that every person, without exception, is an individualization of God. This means that the inherent spirit within each person, regardless of their physical or mental abilities, remains whole and complete. The science of mind recognizes that physical or mental conditions don't define a person's worth or limit their spiritual potential. Instead, it focuses on the divine nature within each individual and their ability to express their unique gifts and talents around the world. We affirm that every person has the potential to live a fulfilling and meaningful life, expressing their wholeness and contributing their unique essence to the world. Each one of us is important. Ernest Holmes wrote this. Let me just go back. Every person represents an individualization of universal wholeness, the love, peace, joy, and freedom of spirit. We have a divine right to be the masters of our own fate. We have a divine right to rise above fear, impoverishment, and disease. We understand that the power of the spirit expresses through every atom of our being now, this moment. So from the perspective of wholeness and oneness, disability is seen as a part of a diverse tapestry of human experience rather than a limitation or deficiency. Wholeness is not defined by the absence of physical or mental impairity, but rather by recognizing and honoring the inherent spiritual essence within each individual. In this viewpoint, individuals with disabilities are perceived as complete and interconnected beings who possess unique gifts and talents that contribute to the richness of the world. They are seen as valuable members of the human family, each with their own purpose and journey to fulfill. By embracing this perspective, we move away from a narrow definition of wholeness that is based solely on external abilities and focus instead on the depth of the human spirit. Ultimately, wholeness and oneness recognizes that our inherent spiritual essence transcends physical and mental limitations. It calls us to embrace the diversity of human experience and to foster society where every individual, regardless of their abilities, is valued, respected, and given the opportunity to shine their light in the world. By doing so, we honor the interconnectedness of all beings and create a more compassionate and inclusive world for everyone. Ernest Holmes wrote this: "Your body is entitled to your respect," and actually to everyone's respect for that matter. Your body supports your purpose. Spirit, the divine essence, is manifested in all creation. This means that there are no accidents or mistakes in the grand tapestry of existence, as everything is an expression of the one mind. From this perspective, the body, mind, and spirit and soul that each individual possesses are perfectly designed to fulfill their unique purpose in the world. There is a divine intelligence at work, operating the intricacies of each person's being to support their personal growth, self-discovery, and fulfillment of their soul's journey. While external appearances or societal judgments may label certain aspects of ourselves as imperfect, the spiritual truth is that these perceptions don't define our inherent worth or potential. Rather, every individual's makeup, including their physical and mental characteristics, is precisely what is needed for their personal evolution and the contribution that they are meant to make. So let me share a story. A shop owner placed a sign above his door that said, "Puppies for sale." Signs like this have a way of attracting young children. And to no surprise, a boy found the sign and approached the owner. "How much are you going to sell the puppies for?" he asked. The store owner replied, "Anywhere from $30 to $50. The little boy pulled out some change from his pocket. "I have $2.37, he said. "Can I please look at them?" The shop owner smiled and whistled. Out of the kennel came Lady, who ran down the aisle of his shop, followed by 5 teeny tiny balls of fur. One puppy was lagging considerably behind. Immediately, the little boy singled out this limping puppy and said, "What's wrong with this little dog?" The shop owner explained that the veterinarian had examined that puppy and had discovered that he didn't have a hip socket. It would always limp. It would always be lame. The little boy became excited. "That is the puppy I want to buy." The shop owner said, "No, you don't want to buy that little dog. If you really want him, I'll just give him to you." The little boy got quite upset. He looked straight into the owner's eyes, pointing his finger, and said, "I don't want you to give him to me. That little dog is worth every bit as much as all the other dogs, and I'll pay full price. I'll give you $2.37 today and 50 cents a month until I have paid for him." The shop owner countered, "You really don't want to buy this little dog. He's never going to be able to run and jump and play with you like the other puppies." To his surprise, the little boy reached down and rolled up his pant leg to reveal a badly twisted, crippled left leg, supported by a big metal brace. He looked up at the shop owner and softly replied, "Well, I don't run so well myself, and the little puppy will need someone who understands. Helen Keller wrote this: "Your success and happiness lies in you. Resolve to keep happy, and you and your joy shall form an invincible host against difficulties." And I think that's exactly what that little boy did. So in the mid 1990s, I had the opportunity to attend with my young children to hear an inspirational speaker by the name of Alvin Law. He now lives in Calgary. He had no arms, yet he played the drums during his talk. He spoke of his challenges and accomplishments during his life. I recall how he was sometimes quite the comedian while telling the story of his life, and at times it brought tears. He was a thalidomide survivor, and like my mother, or like his mother, my mother was also offered that new drug in the early 1960s to ease the symptoms of morning sickness. I am grateful that my mother declined. Yet what was deeply touching in this man's message was to believe that you can. He didn't label himself as disabled. He was able to move more than what others gave him credit for. And he had unique abilities. We each have our own strengths and weaknesses. So let's make sure that everyone has the opportunity to use their respective strengths and abilities to not only excel at what they do, but also to help others in their communities and beyond. So let's go beyond the individual to the communal. It's not enough to support individuals with disabilities in discovering their own wholeness. We must also support their full inclusion and recognition of their abilities. Often, people with disabilities talk about how it's not their disability that makes life difficult, but rather the lack of resources and accessibility in society. It is our responsibility to challenge the cultural norms that marginalize and oppress those who deviate from traditional models of living. So let's advocate for individuals who face discrimination due to their identity or of their bodies, ensuring they are not left behind. By valuing and recognizing the abilities and contributions of individuals with disabilities, we foster an environment of genuine inclusivity and creating space for the full expression of their wholeness. Ultimately, advocating for the inclusion and recognition of individuals with disabilities aligns with the principles of wholeness, oneness, and the interconnectedness of all beings. It is a call to challenge the status quo, dismantle barriers, and actively work towards a society where every person, regardless of their abilities, is valued, supported, and given equal opportunities to thrive. By doing so, we not only honor the inherent worth and potential of individuals with disabilities, but we also contribute to the transformation of our communities into spaces of love, acceptance, and true equality. Yvonne Pierre wrote this: "When you focus on someone's disability, you'll overlook their abilities, beauty, and uniqueness. Once you learn to accept and love them for who they are, you subconsciously learn to love yourself unconditionally." So notice this week your first thought When you see someone who is disabled or differently abled, do you automatically assume that their life is harder than yours? Do you pity them for the life they lead? Do you assume that they must need extra support to live and navigate the world? If so, begin to gently challenge these thoughts and ideas. Every person is a unique individual with a unique experience, and we all deserve to be seen through the lens of spiritual wholeness. So in closing, previously, there have been times when the science mind teaching have been used to justify a failure to fully embrace and support individuals with disabilities and or differences. However, it is now imperative for us to shift our perspective and recognize that spiritual wholeness is not reliant on any aspects of the mind or body. Each person is a sacred manifestation of spirit, and it is our duty to embrace, accept, and include every individual without exception. This requires us to acknowledge and appreciate the unique brilliance that each person brings to our communities. The principles of the science of mind provide us an opportunity to be at the forefront of societal progress by creating inclusive environments and providing equal opportunities for all individuals to thrive and to reach their full potential. By doing so, we honor the intrinsic worth and contributions of every person, fostering a more enlightened and compassionate society. And I'll leave you with this quote from Stevie Wonder. Just because a man or woman lack the use of their eyes doesn't mean they lack vision. And now that leads us to our affirmation for the week. I recognize the wholeness of myself and everyone I meet. And now for our news and updates at our center. If you are interested in learning more about the Science of Mind teaching, we are offering the Foundations course via Zoom starting Saturday, September 7th. So connect with me or check on our website to find out more details about that. And we will also be starting the first year practitioner studies online as well in both English and in Spanish. However, the Spanish class will be in person. So again, connect with me or check our website for further details. And also let me know if there's a specific course, a workshop, book study that you would be interested in taking so that we can plan days for those as well. And if you would like to have a one-on-one connection for spiritual mind treatment to assist you with whatever is going on in your life, whether you want more of something or if you want to see some changes, then please connect with me. And if you would like to commit to being a member of the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta for this current year, as members do renew annually, or if you would like to be on our board of trustees, then please connect with me so you can be sent the current application form. And I'd also like to remind you to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. And now it's our time for mindfully giving and financial support for our spiritual home. We rely on your support to continue our center here in Puerto Vallarta so that we can continue offering this powerful teaching of the science of mind. And we bless the financial gifts that you give today, no matter the amount. Donations can be made via Tithely or PayPal on our website, www.cslpv.org. And you'll find the donate buttons on both the landing page as well as on the page of the replay of the weekly talks. Alternatively, if you still like to write out paper checks, you can do so by addressing them to CSLPV number 403 2125 Birch Road, Kelowna, BC, V1Y8N1. And now join me in our offertory affirmation. I know that my giving blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I give and receive. I do give eternal thanks for the abundance that is mine to share. So thank you for coming, excuse me, and sharing this time together. And let's continue practicing peace. We can each be a force for peace and nonviolence. Our words and our actions create ripples of peace all around us and beyond. Peaceful living includes acting with compassion, kindness, and consideration. And it also includes standing up against injustice. So may peace and love be with you. Blessings to all. Namaste.